thank you for keeping it right here on NewsNet. I'm Charlie Tinker, and don't touch that dial because around America we go. You know, we live in a world with infinitely more distractions than we had even just a few decades ago. We're talking about everything from social media to games to everything in between. And that means, of course, consequently falling by the wayside are many of the simpler pleasures in life that includes, for instance, hopping on that good old-fashioned bike at the end of the day. A lot of kids not necessarily doing that as much anymore. We're here with a man who has something to say about that for sure. Ty Schmidt with El Grupo Norte Youth Cycling. How are you, Ty?
Hey, great, Charlie. Thanks for having me.
Oh, no problem, no problem. So I'm going to run a number by you. We got this from Outside Online, this pretty informative article. The number of kids who ride bikes has actually declined by quite a lot since 2007. It's actually by 19%. And holiday bike sales as well, down in a year by as much as 10%. That's from 2017 to 2018. So I'm going to play devil's advocate for a minute, and I'm going to ask you, why is that number significant? Not only that, but why should we care about that number?
Yeah, I think lots of reasons. I saw that same report, and it was a bit shocking, and I floated that around here in Traverse City, and it's something that, bikes are more than toys. They're more than just things. Really, they're an indicator of, of a community, and when kids are safe to get themselves places they need to go, like school, the library, parks, their friend's house on their bike, it's something that I think speaks to how tight-knit a community is, whether it's safe, whether it's convenient, whether it's accessible. And of course, we know kids, and not just kids, but adults here in America are sitting more than ever. We're less active. We're inside. We're on the couch. We're on our screen. And I think bikes are one of those things that are really freedom. And when we make it safe and convenient for kids to get themselves around, I think everybody wins.
So what are you guys doing as a group, as an advocacy group, to kind of change that?
Yeah. I mean, we're trying to hit it on all sorts of fronts, and it's a complicated problem with a complex thing that's more than just waving your hands and saying, "Hey, kids, get on your bike and get the speed and go places." And it really comes down to infrastructure, having safe places to do it, and that also comes down to land use and how we design and build our neighborhoods and our communities around people, and whether it's sidewalks or bike lanes or intersections. How can we make mom feel safe, that she feels comfortable with her daughter riding across to the library, and that she feels great about that drivers and people are looking out for each other. And so we really take a wide, system-wide approach, whether it be policy or infrastructure programs, education, versus just being cheerleaders and waving our hands. And we're seeing success here in Traverse City, and we're really ready to replicate that in other communities.
Absolutely, kind of taking it national, I guess, if not global. We're seeing a lot of different advocacy groups kind of popping up and spreading kind of a similar message, right?
Absolutely, and it's inspiring, and we see this work happening across the U.S. and I think it's been a long time coming, where for the past few generations we've been really thinking about density and connectedness and accessibility and health. And what's going on up here in northern Michigan is just one piece of that.
Absolutely. So how did you kind of get involved in this sphere? Like what made you kind of want to go out there and encourage people to change their lifestyles?
Well, I'm a physical therapist, so I did that for 18 years, and I worked in an outpatient clinic here in Traverse City, and it just, I enjoyed it. It's a very rewarding job, but it got frustrating dealing with chronic pain and disease and obesity. And I just thought there was a better way. And when my boys started school here in Traverse City, I just saw, lines and lines of cars wrapped around neighborhood schools here. And I just wanted to do something about it. And really, Norte is really grown without much planning or strategy. We're just seizing opportunities and being nimble and really trying to be a grassroots organization, to not just complain or whine about things, but actually to try to about it.
Yeah, on that note, I've watched you guys kind of grow, and it's just been, as you said, I guess not forced. It's been this organic evolution, and probably a lot of positive reactions out there from parents and kids who I guess ultimately want that freedom, anyways, right?
Yeah, and I think that we all want that.
Well, love the group, love what you guys are doing, and I love the strategy moving forward. We can only hope, I guess, that it spreads nationwide, as you said.
Great. Thank you, Charlie.
All right. Thank you very much, Ty Schmidt, for taking the time with us. And thank you, as always, for tuning in to Around America. Don't go anywhere there. We've got a lot more coming up for you right here on